Hello YouTubers and fellow Square Enix fans, my name is Daryl from Final Fantasy Fan, and today we're continuing our Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Yep, stream 2 of today. It's a little late, had nothing to do, was kinda bored, but also feeling pretty down. Thought I'd cheer myself up and play some Final Fantasy XIV before I went to bed. Yo, Kraken, how you doing, buddy? Good, evening to you, I believe. Or, no, afternoon for you, is it? Just trying to relax a little bit before I hit the bed. Probably will be a couple hours. Probably the weather, you know? The weather is depressing as heck. Rainy, stormy, cold. I'm sure these crates won't go anywhere. Well, I have a game of cards. Just promising not to tell Master Garland. How are you doing, Kraken Deals? Hope you're having a good day. What are the rules we're playing with? I didn't see. Same descent of dissension. That's interesting. That's Omega. We've got 3 cards that we need. We're going to be doing this one for a while, it seems. Doing okay-ish. Okay-ish. I guess that's the right word. I mean, not doing bad. Not doing great either at the moment. But that's an understatement, though. Or like an overstatement. It's not that bad. The flip is going on here? I'm having so much trouble with this guy. Not gonna lie though, that Omega's pretty OP. There you go, finally won. No cards. Just thought I'd chillax a little bit. And there's one thing that always calms me down, helps me relax, and that's this game. And most of the things I do blindly. I don't even have to think. Okay, that was probably a bad move. Well, we'll still win, I'll take it. Still no cart, though. I was thinking of maybe streaming another game. Maybe Escape from Dokov, or just a completely all-new game altogether, but let's just stick with Final Fantasy. It's autopilot for me, so that's good enough. Fat chocobo. Oh, well, looks like this might take half the night. He's got 3 cards, so we're only beating him like half of the time. He's got a very strong Omega card, though. That's definitely a problem. Still no card. Holy moly, he's got 3 cards. How come we haven't won a single card yet? He's got Alpha, he's got Omega. Which other card does he have? Shinryu, most likely Shinryu. So these 3 are the ones we can get. Oh man, still a draw. Got a lot of tombstones though. I think we can get some proper healing gear now as well. Oh, it's reverse. Are you kidding me? Didn't realize that. Well, yeah, it does look like we'll be here for quite a while. He doesn't drop any of his cards. Can only get them while winning, of course. Kidding me? Oh, he'd also got the Midgard Summer. Well, maybe we get... I don't know. Honestly, don't know which card we'll have. This guy's got some good cards. That's for sure. Oh, this is crazy. Card, please. Literally nothing we can do. That was dumb of me, but oh well. Every expansion, there's always one guy that does not want to let go of his cards, and this is that guy. Are you kidding me? This guy has complete level 5 and 4 cards. His entire deck is 4 and 5 cards. Four, 4, 5. Yeah, I can only get one 4 card, unfortunately. Literally can't flip a single card. That flip. There we go. Oh my god, he still didn't drop his card. Not a single one. Honestly, I'll do 5 more wins. If we haven't done anything by 5 wins, I'm gonna do something else for a bit. Don't want a 5-hour stream just me triple triading this guy. Oh, it's reverse. Great. Well, that's one. If we get one card, we'll do another 5. If we get another card, we'll do another 5. What are we? Reverse. Gotta pay attention to that. Five wins though. The draw doesn't count. I think I've won at least 10 times already. Still no card. We got Ascension, okay. Can't even capture that one, even if I wanted to. Okay, that's our second win. And our first card. We got the Alpha card. Actually, we do have Omega already. So this one's probably not the Omega card then. Oh, it is. Okay, then we just need that card, the last one. I just remembered we actually already won the Alpha card in that raid. Then it's either Shinryu or Midgard Sommer. There we go, same. Alpha card, unfortunately we already have that. So it's reverse now, okay. I mean, at least he started giving us some cards. I guess that's something. Oh, he plussed me at the end. Yo, George, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, doing okay. Doing okay. Just feeling a bit under the weather. Like, it's cold outside, dark, wet. And, I don't know, it just felt kinda... I don't know. Felt the need to relax a little bit. So I'd say doing okay-ish. Hope you're having a better evening than I have. Oh, nice. Halo CE. What was that? Halo 1? Or complete edition? Or collector's edition? Or what are we looking at? Oh, nice, nice. Didn't they already remake it with the Master Chief Collection? So another remake. Ah, fair enough. So they're gonna complete a complete remake, yeah. That was a remaster, you're right. Was a good one though. That's the one I streamed. The Master Chief Collection. Still need to finish that. I was actually thinking of maybe playing something different than Final Fantasy today, but... Nope. Nope. Not today. Wow. I've also been trying to see if I could play some Gears of War together with my girlfriend, maybe. But I'm not sure if it's a game for her. She does play shooters, though, but Gears of War is, I guess, unique. I mean, it was unique back then. Oh, maybe she would like that. Yeah, Halo. It's definitely less, you know, Gears of War is, what would you name Gears of War? It can be a little bit scary-ish, I guess, for some people. But it's very bloody, Gears of War. Halo is less bloody. Come on, man, give me your last card. We got the Alpha, the Omega. It's either Shinryu or Midgard somewhere that he has. Yo, Adam, how you doing, buddy? I decided to stream after all. Just clearing my head a little bit. Thank you for dropping in, buddy. Just enjoying Lord T-Rex's his stream. Then he raided the other girl. Was enjoying her stream, then she raided. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm out of here. Time to stream. That was a signal for me to stream. Oh man, we got reverse, don't we? Yep, it's reverse. Oh, nice, nice. Talking about that, let me give you a shout out 1 second. Need to help our homies out. Where are you? There we go. Give me a second. Oh, not that one. I really need to log in Twitch on my other computer, but I haven't been able to do so, so I'm just gonna do it from this computer. Alrighty, there we go. For the ones who are currently watching, or for the ones who will be watching in the future, go give my buddy here, Yukmulde, basically the Doom guy reversed. Go give him a follow if you are if you want to find someone that's streaming a variety of games. I want to help out a buddy of mine. Go check him out. Great streamer. Want to stream tomorrow again? What's I mean, you've played a lot of variety of games. Seen you play skate games. Seen you have played racing games. I know I usually see you hang around in Jake's stream. See him play some Mario as well. Definitely go give my buddy, the Doom guy here, a follow. Now about a fellow buddy of mine. Yo! Welcome for the 8 months, man. Holy moly. I appreciate that. Highly appreciate that. 8 months already. It's going so fast. New game. Oh yeah. You told me about that. It's an awesome game. I saw someone play that recently. And honestly, I'm into that. You gotta do you gotta go with the Twitch extension though, the Twitch add-on, so your viewers can choose for you, etc. Unfortunately, I'm a YouTube streamer, so we don't get that stuff. But you should play with the Twitch add-on. Yeah, they have a Twitch extension. It's I saw someone do it. I'm not sure how it works though. Don't ask me that. And basically, the chat, they can either you can choose on how much you want chat to choose for you. You can do everything, like all the upgrades, everything, or you can tell them, okay, you can decide the events. Like you can decide on how many times in a minute they can decide. They can either give you money, they can spawn more enemies for you, or they can spawn an army for you that helps you out. From what I've seen, I just was watching one guy and he had that enabled. I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. I think you should try it. It's interactive for your stream chat as well, which I think is a great idea. I'll definitely be hanging around if you start streaming that. I mean, I wanted to play the game even without the Twitch add-on, really, because it looks fun as heck. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think it will be fun. They can even make it more challenging for you by spawning in additional enemies. I saw this guy, like, you have to just upgrade a city or something. Like, you can build farms and wood, and you have, at the end of every mission, you can shoot a pinball in there. And then you can get extra loot, stuff like that. But that's original. But he was playing with that add-on, which I think was really cool. Again, don't ask me how though. Probably should check a tutorial for that or something. I'd love to tell you if I knew how to. But I reckon there's probably a tutorial video out there for that. But man, 8 months already. Yeah, I know you, Jake, and Robin are probably my main subscriber. And well, Totem Lord as well. You guys are my most, or my longest subscribers. So you guys got the highest tier crystals as well. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it looks fun. It's like a break. What is that called? Arkanoid? Back in the day on the Game Boy? Arkanoid? Or Breakout? Breakout, I think is the right one. Breakout meets, yeah, Rogue style. Yeah, they look really fun. It's not a very in-depth game. It looked like a pretty simple indie game, but the idea was great. Oh yeah. Exactly, for the people who kept it. No, I never had a Game Pass to begin with, so... And I sure as heck won't do it now, after that price increase. I mean, don't get me wrong, the price of the Game Pass was really good value before all the increases, etc. Right now, I guess it's still worth it, but it's just, yeah, the price increase has been quite a bit. Come on, where's that last card, sir? Give me that last card, will you? You know, it's kind of like... I don't know, Game Pass is like PlayStation Plus, you know, get a free game if you... I mean, that's not entirely true. But you got the upgraded PlayStation Plus thingy, which has more games. Oh, it's reverse again, darn it. I mean, it could be worse, you know? With everything becoming more expensive nowadays, I guess it could be worse. And at least you won't have to buy games as much when you have that. And honestly, what is it, like 30 bucks right now? Well, you're UK, so it's... No, you're America, so 30 bucks? Yeah, 30. I mean, 30... If you're a gamer and that's the only thing you spend on gaming every month, 30, then it's not that bad, actually. Honestly, I'd probably spend more on games. If I buy loose games, you know? If I didn't have a whole library. I play... How much do I spend? Like, I don't really spend that much on games at all. I play my subscription for Final Fantasy XIV, and that's about it. And my PlayStation Plus, which is 60 bucks a year, so that's like, what is that? €5 a month? Yeah, €5 a month. Plus my, so I'm also down to like 20 bucks with Final Fantasy and my PlayStation Plus. Oh, it hasn't increased yet? I wonder if they will, actually. Because I know they lost a lot of subscribers due to that. Or they will, once people actually, you know, have to pay the full price. Honestly, I think it is a pretty steep increase, though. You know, it's not like... It went from, what, 20 to 30? If you make it like 20... Just make it 5 bucks to start out with. Gradually increase it. No, bump. Here's like 33% increase in money. That's quite a lot. A pretty steep increase. You know, a lot of people are complaining that Wii games, or Switch games. Switch games are getting more expensive, etc. But people do have to realize that the gaming market has been pretty much out of the inflation for a while. Like, none of the games have become any more expensive over the, what is it, like, last 15 years? They've always been 60 bucks. So honestly, you know, it was bound to happen. Yeah, you know, exactly, if you don't buy new games, I guess the price increase could not be that bad. If you buy new games as well beside the Game Pass, then it's gonna add up. Yeah, true, I hear you. But honestly, you know, like, most games, PlayStation games, they have been 60 bucks for as long as I can remember. So honestly, them moving up 10 bucks, I don't blame them. Everything's become more expensive. At one point it was bound to happen. If the whole world was going to stay the same price and games went up, yeah, then that's a different story. But everything in the world becomes more expensive. Where's the time you were able to buy a Coca-Cola for 10 bucks? 10 cents. I'm not that old yet, but... Come on, man. Give me your last card. Holy moly, how long do we have to battle you for, sir? Gonna try and win every battle. That's definitely gonna help. I knew that was gonna happen. But, you know, indie games are never full price anyway, so... And that was called Pit X Pinball or something? That's definitely a good game. I'm not sure what the price of that thing is, though. This guy's rough. The problem with this guy is that he has randomized rules. So the rules are never the same. Are you flipping with me? Should have played that one. Yeah, it's roulette. Both match rules are roulette. So every battle it's something different. Why did I do that? I'm gonna nap before work. Have a good stream. I appreciate that, man. And thanks for the renewal. Thanks for the 8 months. I wasn't sure if it was a renewal or just a pop-up. But yeah, I appreciate that. 8 months, man. Also, if you're interested, Saturday we're starting TCG Saturdays again. So if you're into some of the card games, I know Jake's been into them lately. Make sure to drop by. And I'll try catching your stream tomorrow. You have a good night, and I'll catch you later. How long have I been playing Triple Triad for now? Half an hour. This guy does not want to give up his card. Omega? No, that's the one card we already have, darn it. This guy's brutal. And greedy. Omega there. Oh, Alpha, okay. Omega here? Nope. Right, we won this one. Give me that card. I'm okay with winning an Omega card every battle. That's okay as well, but it's not the card I'm after. Okay, we won this one. Shinryu, there we go. Finally. It only took us like 300 matches. Thank you, sir. Alright, so we had a full set of tank gear. Let's switch over to healer. Let's go buy our healer some gear. Augmented, where are you? Reaper? No? 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 New. Where's the healer one? There we go. Augmented Scavay and Magitech Cane. How did I get this thing? Where'd this come from? The Eminent Dominion. God, I don't even know where these are from. Is this 220? This is 120. You can sell that stuff. I think we're good for now. Alright. How much tombstone? 770. Looking at the wrong one. We need this one. Interesting mosque. No thanks. Look at that staff. It's got a crystal on top. And a small disc pops out. This thing is so weird. So quirky. How much gear score did we go up though? That's a lot. Just from my weapon alone. It's like 18 points or something. Right, well we finally got that triple triad out of the way. What we're gonna do first... Well actually, let's have a look. First, let's get rid of all this junk. Don't need any Deltascape stuff. Definitely not this stuff. We'll probably... Okay, you know what? We're gonna do that while we're flying around with the beast quests. Let's get the Aephorite ticket. Then let's make our way to Golden Saucer. This is the song that Lord T-Rex, the one I was watching, playing guitar. Or Guitar Hero, sort of. Clone Hero, I think it was called, I don't know. He was playing this song that you hear right now. Those are... Adventures are not complete. They take 8 hours, so we're not going to be doing that today. Okay, wow. There we go, 1800. Still good. Like I say, you always make profits on these cards, no matter what you do. Okay, there's no jackpot here. There we go, 3600. Mini jackpot, I'll take it. Alright, then... Mission complete. My squadron is ready as well. said, while we're running, might as well start destroying some stuff. Not that one. Not that one. Definitely that one. Other mech set level 60. The Mob Squad 2. Send your squadron on 30 successful assignments. Honestly, do they increase or what? 60 to max. If that's the case, I might swap out some of my squadron. I just forgot how to do that actually. The squadron is strong enough to do so. So let's send them. Because we already got a few maxed out, so definitely no need to keep sending them. Alright, now that that is done, let us go to Vanu Vanu. They just leveled up along with the VAF, so they won't be leveling up this stream. Maybe. Nah, the Mughals neither. What about the other guys? Kojin. 70 maybe? 210. That'd be 750. They might level up. If they are 70. I'm not sure if they give 70 or 50. If they give 50, then 690, then they won't level up. Gotta be consistent with the dailies. Get them out of the way. Like I said, we're now in post Stormblood, so gotta start clearing the Heavenward ones at least. Yep. Didn't mean to do that one yet. There we go. Get the updates first. Now we do them. Right, does Sanua and use Buffet on the Vundu Cloudfishers. Reeling in Vundu? Yeah, that's that one. It's all the way up there. In the meantime, we'll destroy more stuff. We'll keep that one. Destroy Elf Escape. Elf Escape. More Elf Escape. More Elf Escape. More Elf Escape. I mean, I waited with destroying them because at this point we're just going to keep getting them. That was my reasoning. Oh, we forgot to use the OMG actually. So we can use the OMG. Grinwith card, we got that one. Use Suture card. Better on. Omidi. Actually, that should stay here, I think. Keep that. We've already got the weapons, so we don't need to keep these books either. I guess the books are kind of nice that if you destroy the boss plenty of times, you eventually get your weapon. But with the way the loot is designed in this game, you'd be hard pressed to get 8 books before you get your weapon, honestly. I mean, I guess it's a side bonus if you want to get your secondary weapon for a class that you're not running with. If this is considered end content, you know. I mean, that technically, Omega is technically end content when it comes to Stormblood. So imagine if you're in guild, and you want to get a weapon for a class that you're not playing with. Then yeah, I guess the books are a nice addition. Look how much junk they give to you. Right, so we got Omega foot gear. We got Alpha. Nope, no need. Nope, no need. Got more cards. Let's put them here. Got more cards. Should probably have sold those cards when I was in the Golden Saucer, but Omega sickles. So we got one for the rogue. Or a monk, and we got one for the ninja. This is my gear, which I haven't used yet, which we need to, honestly. And actually, this might be really good for my retainer. I just bought my cane. I shouldn't have, because this is probably better. Yeah, this might be really good for my retainers, actually. Once we get to a place with a summoning bell, we're going to use these things. So I'll hang on to those. Could sell that stuff. Quite a few upgrades. I mean, it's actually not bad that I bought the staff. Because at least now, we can use my current gear for my retainers. The weapons, at least. I do like the sword, though. The sword looks pretty cool. I, however, do not necessarily like the shield. Then again, I'm a gigantic Gundam robot-looking character. This elegant gear is always so high-tech. I guess the hero gear looked kinda okay-ish. It wasn't high-tech or anything. All of this is like glowing. Look at my helmet. So this is the coffer we need to open as a white mage. Because then it will turn into a white mage weapon. And this one primarily should go to the tank first, because the tank is way ahead of the white mage level. How does this cane look like? Okay. That's the Omega Eye. Yeah, kinda interesting. Not bad, not bad. It's probably better than the other giant crystal thing. I also realized we got hardly any... I don't think we've got any experience from the Omega quests. Just money. Alright, that's it for the Vanu. Now we go to the Vav. What level was my carpenter at? 66. Remember we got the gear, the blue gear. Not like level 220. That's not too shabby either. I mean, it's definitely not like 400, but still. I think we came from like level 150, so went 100 levels up, so I'd say that's a pretty darn good upgrade. So yeah, I had this discussion with one of the players I play with, Fluffy. Like she said, yeah, you do all the content the moment it gets released. Well, she was rushing the main story. So sometimes when I ask people for help, I'm doing content they've never ever seen. So it's kind of funny, you know? Because I like, you know, to each their own. I had a lot of friends who rush the main story as well. For me, I just like to do the content as it is. To be, you know, more involved into what's going on currently. Okay, where are we going? Survey the designated slay. Right, usability. Okay, bugging the bugs. But yeah, it has its advantages, because if you rush the main story, you're going to be a high level. So doing the content I'm doing, you should have no problem doing it solo. Me, at the current level I should be doing it, not so much. Though technically I am higher level, like I'm 22 levels above, but I am not geared to that level. We're still wearing level 70 gear. Okay, right now I'm wearing the best available level 70 gear, but it's still level 70 gear. Even the difference between what I was wearing on level 70 and what I'm wearing now was pretty big. I think we jumped from like item level 285 to 400, so we just jumped over 100 item levels. That's, I guess, because we jumped from the main quest straight into the Omega chain line. So we went from just being able to finish the Stormblood quests to finishing the last content Stormblood has to offer, even though there's plenty of stuff in between. And that is exactly what we're gonna do now. All the in-between stuff. But having the best gear available for us at the moment. Like, I won't get any better gear until we hit the next expansion. Which will be for a while. Quite a while. Yeah, we still gotta farm the relic. On top of that, we gotta do all the Hildebrand quests as well. I don't think we'll be seeing any of the Moogle quests anymore, unfortunately. Like the post-Moogle. I think those were pretty fun in their own right. A lot of people didn't like them. Same with Hildebrand. Just looting a little bit here, a little bit there. I haven't done any of the roulettes today, and I doubt we'll do any of them today. Might do a guild test. Done enough dungeons for today with the Omega things. Right, deliver fogweed. Oh yeah, we still have to bring them to the hunters afterwards. I wonder if they stop at 7, and then it's going to be like one of those quests again that we had in A Realm Reborn, and then bring them to 8 after the quest. I do like this little flying machine, not gonna lie. Oh, it has the theme song though. That's X-Death. Final boss theme, I think. Pretty sure. Makes me wonder what the other ones have. I didn't listen to those theme songs actually. Mount Guide. So we had the this one, Alteroid, and we had Omega himself, Motto O. Let's see what this one has. Gonna retry that on my way home. I like how this thing flies. Yeah, it's not Dancing Man, unfortunately. Well, we got one more to try. Omega. But I think that one is probably gonna be Omega's theme song and not Kafka's. Either way. Valve are done. That was pretty quick. Let's go over to the Moogles. Yeah, that's not dancing me out of here. Where am I now, though? When we're walking on the ground, I'm sitting on top. I go inside. Okay. Like a giant scarab. Thanks to Fluffy we knew about the Muggles, I would have almost forgotten them completely. I was trying to read what was on his head, but... oh yeah, we need to craft something, okay. Done. Flow. Oh wait, this one does actually have to be high quality. Interesting. When did that change? Because it never used to be high quality. Maybe a certain reputation? Or... certain level. Speak with the Musing modeled... okay. There's still 3 out there. 1, 2, 3. Go into battle your Model O, autonomous aerial transport device constructed in Omega's interdimensional manufacturing. We got a lot of crystals now, though. Look at that, 1441. We don't have a lot of clusters yet, but luckily we don't need to use clusters yet. Ooh, that was a big yawn. My apologies. Right, that's 2 done. 1 more to go. This would be the next quest chain that I wanted to complete. Dramatis Personae. which I believe is the Alliance raid. So then we're done with all the raids, technically, in the game. Or at least in Stormblood. There we go. We did all of those. Hey, why is it not working? There we go. Alright, time to turn in the Moogle quests. That went quite quickly. How's my guild doing? Still need quite a bit to level up to 10. Our guild is 560 days old. Junior Besher was dismissed. That was just a random that helped us create the guild. Same with Slepet. Atlanta was one of our viewers. Recognized, friendly, trusted, respected, honored, sworn. Is that the highest rank? Not yet, I think. But at rank 10 we get the chest expansion. Looking forward to that. This hardly does anything from my experience anymore. Oh, it got downgraded as well, it seems. We used to get a chunk of experience for that. Now it's only 1,000. That's hardly worth it. But it's not the reason I'm doing it. We're doing it for the reputation. And that is still the same, so. Alright, last one, the Kojin. So they give 60, so it's 180. 40, 440, 5... Yeah, that is enough to level them up, though. So we're going to have one level up quest. Even though we can't pick up any other quests after that. At least we'll rank them up to 5. Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong one. We won't level them up. 180 plus 5. No, that is exactly 720. So we will level them up. I was actually looking at the Ananta. But yes, 540 plus 180 is 720, so. Nice. We already had a little start with the Kojin because I forgot about the Mughals. But the moment we started doing the Mughals, the Kojin got sidetracked for a long time. Kind of glad we can finally give him some attention again. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. There it is. Deliver the jars of lotion for the long-haired pirates. There's the other one. Honestly, I want to take the capybara out for a bit. Where is it? Mount Minion Guide. The Omega's kind of funny as well. Capybara pup. Known as Hinganshi, as the Onitenji Kune Zumi. Quite literally translated as Near Eastern Demon Rat. This rodent, auspice of us known age, has developed a fondness for Far Eastern hot springs and will spend days in restorative waters if not reminded to come out to eat. Lol, that's so funny though. Summon your OMG minion. Weird. Technological. Fascinating. WTF. Weird. W. Technological. T. Fascinating. F. I think that's Square Enix way of trying to say something. We also have Alpha, I think. There he is, mine up Alpha. Might as well teleport to Tiramisu. They call it Tamamisu, I call it Tiramisu. Honestly, it's close enough. How much experience does this give now? Also very little. Again, not really doing it for the experience, more for the reputation. Alright, the value of silence. The look in Kabuto's eyes suggests he recently received good news. Vexus, your timing is fortuitous as always. We recently received word of an artifact in the Azim Steppe, worthy of the vault. As I'm unfamiliar with lands beyond the Ruby Sea, I would ask you to accompany me. Well said, Kabuto. I knew you had it in you. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Vexus? Being such a well-traveled adventurer, I suspect you would be much better suited to guide us. Excellent. Then we will meet you in the reunion. Value of silence. There are everywhere. Calls to mind Suno Sato. I was concerned you would only retreat further into yourself, being so far from home, but I'm glad to be mistaken. At any rate, we must not waste any more time. I will accompany Kabuto and see what he can learn from here in the reunion. You should have a look about as well, and see if you can learn aught of his treasure. Alright, speak with the people of the reunion. There's 3 of them. It's been a while since we've been in a reunion. Daunting Dorfari. A great treasure. Do you mean the bow belonging to the Questry boy? I've heard it can pierce the very heavens with it. Right, well, maybe a bow. There's more than 3 people though. A rat wyvern by the name of Rephilos. I'm sorry, but you must be mistaken. I've heard stories of great wyverns that slumber in the mountain to the north, but it was not red, and most certainly does not go by that name. Still, if this Rephilos you speak of truly exists, slaying such a beast would bring great honor to my tribe. Mark my words, this beast will fall by the blade of the Oronir. Oh, so that's why they got mixed up. We got people... Oh, wait. We got people for the, Rephilos quest as well. Yes, I've heard the young Questry boy and his bow. Uchikin is his name. Though I love a good rumor, I suggest you speak with him yourself to learn the truth. That's why we saw more than 3. A boy with a bow that can pierce the heavens. I've heard the rumors, but who would believe such nonsense? I guarantee his bow pales in comparison to mine. Okay, we're not gonna do the other quest though. That's for later. We're here to level up our Kojin. Vexus, how did you fare? I spoke with the Aura of the Gastir tribe. Well, I tried to, was only met with silence. A pity you were not there. Kabuto speaking with a man with fewer words than himself is something that must be seen to be believed. How is they can govern reunions yet never speak? They gain the trust of their brethren through actions, not words. Indeed. Words mean nothing without action to prove their worth. Though I know not how, their silence spoke volumes. It's said that we should judge the treasure with our own eyes. That would certainly be the fastest way to ascertain the truth of the stories that brought us here. Speaking of stories, we were able to learn anything from the residents in the reunion, Vexus. A boy of the Gastir tribe, I see. Persuading him to relinquish a weapon of such value seems unlikely, but at the very least we should seek him out. We are likely to find him faster if we split up. Vexus, would you try searching south of Reunion? Kabuto and I will go north. There he is. Uchikin. Uchikin seems awful dejected. Uchikin stifles his tears as he points southeast. Bereft of his bow, you surmise it was stolen. The culprit likely made off in the direction of Uchikin is pointing. Don't worry, I'll retrieve your bow. Uchikin seems immensely grateful for your aid. You should leave now before the thief gets away. Wanna bet it's the red Kojin. Yep, there they are. There we go. We got his bow back. Uchikin's father. Stolen bow. A finely crafted and well-maintained bow stolen by the Red Kojin. They both seem quite pleased to have the bow returned. Where did you find it? We were just preparing to search the area with Uchikin's father. The Red Kojin. Didn't expect him to come this far in search of treasure. Come now, Kabuto. If we're able to learn of great treasure, it stands to reason they might come to know of it as well. That said, this bow doesn't appear to be particularly unique, though it does seem easy for a child to wield. So that's the way of it. This bow is for Uchikin's training. Then it was not the bow, but Uchikin's natural prowess that spurred the rumors. Nope. I suspect... Oh, he talks? Tsukimo? I suspect Uchikin was not all that talented when he began practicing. Oh no, that's the doll that's talking. Take a closer look at the bow. Its size is perfect for him, and the draw weight seems to be such that he can handle it with ease. Moreover, it appears to be far from new, meaning Uchikin has put a great deal of care into maintaining it. I think it was crafted by his father as a gift, and because Uchikin enjoyed the bow so much, he labored tirelessly to master it. It is indeed a treasure, in Uchikin's eyes. Well, there you have it. And who are we to ask with him to part with something so precious? No, I believe there's nothing left for us here. Well, maybe this is a treasure. What is this? I think he means to grant us a leave to barter in reunion. He would welcome trade with the Plugochin. Nice. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Trade here in the Azim Steppe will prove more valuable than any single treasure. Again, we have gained a new ally thanks to you. Your resourcefulness never ceases to amaze me. Isn't that right, Kabu? Did you just start walking? Tsukumo? Where was I? Oh yes, your resourcefulness. There's much we have to learn from you, Vexus. Why do you all stare at me so? Is something the matter? You suddenly stopped moving, as if devoid of life. Nonsense. You must be imagining things. I assure you I'm perfectly fine. Uchikin's father wants us to follow him. No doubt, there are still details of our new trade agreement that must be decided upon. Kabuto and I can handle the matter from here. Once we've finished our business in the reunion, we'll meet you back in Tamimizu. He did stop. Yo, Rick, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Just finished Formula 1, I assume? Yeah, I know it was on. What time did it start? Like 9 o'clock? Well, it depends. What kind of plans do you have? I mean, I always have plans. Yeah, 9 o'clock. Talk with the Casteri went well. When returning home, however, Tsukumo began acting strangely again. For the last time, Kabuto, I'm fine. I was merely tired from the long journey. But enough about me. We should be celebrating a job well done. Trade with the reunion will open new opportunities for the Blue Kojin, and the Castir have taught us a lesson of the importance of one's actions. I hope it's one you took to heart, Kabuto. I have. I was inspiring to see how they could manage all the reunion yet never speak. Yet I still find myself relying on Vexus more than I should. What happened to the confident Kojin I saw in the Azim Steppe? There's no way for the leader of the Defined Circle to behave. Is that not so, Vexus? I have faith in you, Kabuto. So what was the reason behind your question, Rick? Because obviously there's a second part to it. My apologies, Vexus, but it seems we'll have need of your assistance a while longer. Right, rank up. I mean, I always have plans. That's what I'm saying. When do you want to do something together, if that's what you mean? I'll stream, I'll study, spend time with my girlfriend. You name it. There we go. We got the instrument. The Castir of the Azim Steppe have invited the Blue Kojin to barter in reunion and offered a contribution to the treasure vault. Like, do you want to stream Pokemon together? We can on Wednesday, or... You have achieved respected reputation with the Kojin. New Kojin daily quests are now available from Zukin and Tamamizu. Yes, they are available, but we can't accept them right now. I want to know what the vendor has. Yeah, I know. Well aware of that. You know, I'm usually there. I'm not the one you have to ask that. There we go. A wind-up Kojin. Alright, what is this? Stonemasonry supplies. Delete that. Alright, now I do want to go to my retainers first. Where is this? This was in Kugane, wasn't it? Yes, in Gashi Kugane. There's some retainer stuff here, so let's sort that gear out for now. When are you going to stream? You said you wanted to stream, right? Some retro games or whatever. Wandering Minstrel. Oh, you got more. What's that? We picked up all the quests, so it makes me wonder what this one is. We haven't really done much beside Omega. Ah, something heroic this way comes. How very, Vexus. As ever, I'm seeking inspiration to draw from my work. If you have any new experiences to share, I should very much like to hear them. Bahamut? What? How'd this unlock? Oh, a tale about Bahamut, who visited the Seventh Umbral Calamity upon Eorzea. Oh wait, the primal subsequently vanished with nary a trace. The people's memory of that time is shrouded in haze. Are you saying you know the events that followed? Stop, say no word. Whatever it is you know, I sense that the secret of the calamity is best kept as such, a secret. Perchance my decision strikes you as unexpected. Well, my friend, there are times when the imagination must be allowed to run free, unshackled by the truth. For instance, what if Bahamut had been slowly gathering strength for his revival, unbeknownst to all? Now that would be a song set of people's hearts and minds alight. Ah, the words come to me even as we speak. From broken moon he descended to bring his rage to bear. Deep in the earth he burrowed to slumber in his lair. while along came brave heroes whose light cast out the gloom. Smiting worm and minions, they spared the world its doom. You should stream on Tuesday if you can. A being that once threatened our very star, heroes whom many sacrifices should never be known. Such a fiend will surely strike a chord with the locals. You see, be it in the east or the west, people should ever forever stirring fiction over strict facts. And thanks to your inspired idea, I have the makings of a new heroic epic. The Unending Coil Bahamut Ultimate. Wait, what? Ultimate? What? What? What is that? Realm Reborn? What did I just unlock? High-end duty? There we go. The Unending Coil Bahamut. So this is my very first high-end duty. Interesting. This duty is only open for full parties without role requirement matching. Requirements cannot be set. And I cannot join because 8 players only. What if we do this though? Unrestricted parties not allowed. What else? Let's see. Phoenix down and allowed. Cannot select with other duties. Cannot add members. I'm so confused. 8 players only. Unrestricted parties not allowed. Class. Any disciples of War of Magic, excluding limited jobs. Limited jobs loaded. Sync to 70. Item level sync 345. Okay, that'd be interesting to try once. Unending Coil Bahamut. Well, I guess we're having our first dungeon that we won't be doing anytime soon. Interesting to see though. Something heroic? Yep, we already said that. Talk about the ultimate weapon. This is going to be another high-end duty. The ultimate weapon. How many moons have passed since that fateful day? One might say your victory set in motion an events that reshaped the world in countless ways, great and small. Given this, would fain hear the first-hand account of the savior of Eorzea, and see what details have become more vivid in retrospect. How could one's soul do aught but tremble at such a tale? Truly, the ultimate weapon was the ultimate expression of ancient Alec warlike ambitions. You should stream that game that you always played, Rick. The game I played recently for you. Body Harvest. Therefore, it's only fitting that mine own interpretation be the ultimate expression of man's will to triumph over adversary. Your ears lent them to me. Or your Zelda game that you played for like 2 days and stopped. Behold, from Alec's mournful ashes torn, a weapon forged by man, beguiled by might, who saw in that fell creature's aberrant form a way to rid the world of primal's blight. Behold, from grave calamity reborn, a champion charged to set all wrongs all right, to usher in the long-awaited dawn, uniting lands, divided night, one light. Not one light? I don't know how to pronounce that. Two visions of tomorrow plead their case, but find no peaceful end to their debate. For unto only one from his proud brace, my man entrusts the burden of his fate. Okay, that one was a bit hard to read. Pray forgive a minor embellishment I made in the name of mine art. Perhaps you feel the chance. Ultima weapon I describe is yet more fearsome than the one you faced. Well, I cannot deny it. Guess another high-end duty? When adapting such tales for the patrons of the Mujikoza, captivating the listener is ever my first thought. When historical accuracy is a distant second, a small price to pay for ensuring your legend lives on in the hearts of the small folk, as I'm sure you will agree. When adapting such tales for the patrons of the oh yeah, that's already read. The weapons refrain, ultimate, ballads composed. High-end duty, yep. So, yeah, maybe we'll try those eventually. I don't know. I don't have a party or, don't really have anything. I guess there's party finders. We could always try. Not now, though, but yeah, high-end duty. There we go. Practice. 1 player per job. Practice from Titan. Bring melon. Helpers welcome. So yeah, those are the 2 that we unlocked. Alright, well, not gonna do that right now, but that's probably a way to try and... We'll give it some tries in the future. Not this late in the evening, though. Alright, Dramatis Personae. Is that one? Yes, it is. I mean, Saturday we will do the TCG Saturday again, so my Saturday evenings are full. Thank you for coming, Vexus. You're probably wondering why I've summoned you to an airship. A Garlean one at that. Allow me to explain on the shuttle. Oh wow, that's the Final Fantasy I airship. Yep, kinda looks like it. Look at that gigantic thing, though. The Prima Vista serves as both stage and home to the majestic Imperial Theatre Company. You can keep that dirk in your drawers. No one here is a member of the Imperial Army, nor are there any spies within the troop. At least, no known spies. Ask anyone and they will readily attest. The majestic Imperial Theatre Company are the finest practitioners of the dramatic arts to be found anywhere on the 3 great continents and beyond. They have admirers throughout the Empire and its territories, and even boast a sizable following in Gridania, hence my assignment to their story. It's a little known fact, outside Dalamud at least, that the late Emperor was a devoted person of the arts who supported various theaters' troops to the tune of much coin. Indeed, Solus was so enamored with the majestic players that he ordered the construction of this very airship, that the troop might perform in every corner of the Empire. When his grandson took the throne, however, everything changed. Now, all theater troops, domestic and foreign, must submit their works for approval by the Central Imperial Board of Censor. If a play is deemed vulgar or inflammatory, it is banned and the troop denied their rights of transit. The worst offenders? Well, they are never heard from again. The policy has effectively left playwrights with one and only 2 options: compromise their creative integrity to curry favor with his radiance, or put down their quills altogether. The Principal of the Majestic, however, chose a 3rd option, to express his disapproval for the new Emperor's policies obliquely, in ostensibly unpolitical works. Pray forgive me for my earlier outburst. I am Elma Bess Lexentil, daughter of the Principal Genomus Sen Lexentil. Maybe you've heard of my father's latest play, The Zodiac Brave Story. On the surface, it's an innocent retelling of a well-known Garlean fairy tale, hardly worthy of the censor's attention, but beneath, it is something quite different, a fact the censors failed to spot when they approved the manuscript for public performance. The play quickly becomes a huge success. Common folk loved its fanatical story, while they learned classes appreciated its true message. By the time the Imperial Board of Censors realized their mistake, it was too late. No longer in a position to prohibit the performance outright without admitting fault, they took aim at the company's purse strings instead. Before long, noble patrons began to withdraw their support, fearing to be associated with the troupe, and by the end, even the learned felt compelled to feign ignorance. By bleeding the majestic of their funding, the censors robbed them of their voice. And none of this is made any clearer as to why you're here, right? Nope, no idea. Allow me, Lena. Hey, Sid. I've known Lenomis since we were students at the Magitech Academy. When I heard his daughter was in Kugane looking to enlist the aid of adventurers, I felt compelled to give you her name. Sorry for not announcing myself sooner, old friend. That's alright. I'm used to it. Genoas and I were born from different worlds, but they only served to fuel our friendship. Many were in the rights. Many were the nights we would prattle on into the wee small hours. Warm flagons of painted ale, numbing our minds to the other naive ideologies. Yet no matter where our conversations began, it would invariably end with him telling me how much he was going to change the Empire from the inside out. The troupe was to be his path into the people's hearts. And after the Empire forced him from his home, Genomas never gave up hope that his work might change the world. Art will ever strain against artificial bounds and boundaries and borders, man-made walls and misguided wars. It is in such time of uncertainty that we must needs embrace our calling and take to the skies so others might do the same. What I'm trying to say is, rather poorly I concede, is that not all Garleans are hewn from the same stone. Just as there are those who pledge their lives to the Empire and would never think to question the authority of its leaders, there are those like Elma's father and myself whose love for the country does not blind them to its flaws. Still, trying to selling a sack of sunflower to an Alamigan or a Doman was watched his family consumed in the flames of a Magitech Reaper. How many Eorzean adventurers do you think would leap at the opportunity to help an Imperial search for her missing father, and in Garlean territory no less? But you are different. You have seen to know that the line between good and evil is not defined by race, color, or creed. So what say you? I could never turn my back on a damsel in distress. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Now that you understand the nature of the task, perhaps Alma could provide some insight as to where we might begin our search. Shortly before my father disappeared, he began work on his next play, a successor to the Zodiac Brave story. It's kind of interesting to learn about the Zodiac Brave, because I'm playing Tactics offline as a recording, and that involves the Zodiac Braves. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Please, follow me. Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evil East Chronicles. Through adventure and hardship, young Delita, there we go, that's him. So we're going to Tactics Ivalice Chronicles. A boy of common blood becomes a hero, culminating in the birth of a mythical kingdom of Ivalice. My favorite world though, Ivalice. But that is where the story ends. There are no records of anything that follows. Was Principal Genomus simply going to invent something? My father believed that he had discovered evidence of a second hero, one whose efforts were largely unnoticed, but without whom Delita would never have risen to the throne. His was the next tale we wanted to tell, the true Zodiac Brave story. That'd be Ramza. A second hero? According to my father's studies, this young man was one of Delita's closest friends in confidence. That is, until his timely passing of Delita's sister forced the two to part ways. Yet, an unnamed hero continued to provide aid to his friend by thwarting the machinations of those who would scheme against Delita, thus paving the way for the pauper rise to the region. You must forgive me, but I've never heard anyone make such claims. How exactly did your father come by this information? That is a long story. One which begins and ends with Genomus becoming lost in the very legends sought to lay bare. Even as far back as the Academy days, Ivalice had Genomus firmly in his grasp. He flatly refused to believe that the story was just a fairy tale. And so, when he was finally driven out of Garlemald, it was only natural that he should chase this of all places as a refuge. Was it not, Elma? That is correct, Master Garland. It has long been my father's belief that the ruins of the ancient Ivalice lie beyond Nexia, buried beneath the sands of the Dalmasca Desert. Poor Dalmasca, the kingdom prospered in relative isolation for countless generations until the Empire came calling. When not touring, my father would organize expeditions into Dalmasca Desert to search for proof for Ivalice's existence. Sometimes he would bring back strange artifacts, ancient tomes, and crystals. Crystals unlike any others. Is that Eorzea? My father... Yep, there we go. My father called them Eorzea and claimed they were vital to proving his theory. This is one such crystal. By the 12, it's magnificent. Ivalician legend tells of crystals bequeathed by the gods unto those who would be kings. It is during this quest to gather Eorzea that young Delita rises to prominence. I must have heard that tale 1,000 times from my nursemaid, but that is all it was, a tale. My father would often tell how the Eorzea spoke to him. At the time, we assumed he was speaking figuratively, that the stone's beauty roused his muse. But then he began to act strangely. How so? Following our arrival here in Hingashi, my father spent most of the time cloistered in his chamber, poring over his past research. Though he was alone, we could often hear him in conversation. It was not uncommon for my father to recite the lines as he wrote in them, but it soon became clear that it was something else. It was as if he was talking to my mother who passed away several winters ago. Might this not have been out of mere loneliness, or perhaps the strain of your flight from Garlemald? Possibly, but that would not explain the voices which answered him. Hey. That dude awfully looks like Ramza, not gonna lie. Elma, who are these people? I told you I did not require any help finding fodder, especially from outsiders. So good of you to join us, Ramza. Allow me to introduce. Enough, Master Sid. Ah, that's why their last name threw me off. That's Ramza Beowulf, and the other one's Elma Beowulf, his sister. Neff, Master Sid. We may be shunned by the Empire, but we're still Garleans, and we still have our pride. Unlike some, it seems, we require neither aid nor the pity of foreign rabble. Have you forgotten what you are, brother? Where you are, brother? It is who are the foreign rabble. This land, its customs are all but unknown to us. We should be fools to conduct our search without proven guide. Your sister is right, Ramza. As for my good friend here, your mistrust is ill-placed. I will personally vouch for his character. In all the time I've known him, he has never once let anything as insignificant as a race or a creed color his judgment. You are lucky to have him. But we would have you, Master Garland. Why do you refuse us? You know why. Until this affair with Omega is resolved, which it is, I just fixed it, but okay, my hands are tied. It pains me to refuse you and your sister, but it pains me far more to leave Dunamis to his fate. I am sorry. You need not apologize. I let my emotions get the better of me. After what happened in Rabanastra, it may be time to admit we're out of our depth. My brother's last expedition met with tragedy in the ruins of the capital city. He barely escaped with his life. The Empire turned Rabanastra into a death trap. We were a fool to set foot there without proper escort. I realize it now, Master Garland, but at the time I saw an opportunity to rescue your father and I took it. Whatever led you to believe your father was in Dalmasca's capital? My father's fascination with Evolutian legend began with a trip to the antediluvian city long before the war. Called a premonition, but something tells me that that's where he has returned. Now you must excuse me, I need some time to think. Then, Elma, I shall leave you and your brother in Vex's capable hands. He has ever repaid me with trust. He's ever repaid my trust with interest. You would do well to grant him yours. Thank you, Mr. Garland. We will not forget this kindness. I did recognize her somewhere. She doesn't really look like the one from Tactics. I guess. Not much. A little bit. I don't know. But yeah, her last name threw me off. That's Remza and Elma Beowulf. Not Remza Bass Lexentail. Master Garland seems to think highly of you, so I will withhold my judgment until after Dalmasca. City Fallen. Protagonist theme equestrian role. Background story equestrian role. Remza's itching to depart. This is cool though. This is all content I've never touched, so this is all new to me. Dalmasca is nestled in a forgotten corner of the Empire's outermost territories. I do not foresee any trouble from the standing army, but would suggest committing to memory the location of each of the barge's exits, just in case. As for the flight itself, the currents above Dalmasca are as wild as the land below. You may want to hold on. Quest accepted. There's a whole arena on top of it. Colosseum almost. We'll complete our descent to Rabanastra in the shuttle. Not you, Elma. Renza! I thought I would make myself clear, Elma. The capital is simply too dangerous. Father would never forgive me if I were to lose you. Trying to rescue me. Just like any other game, you're being side-benched. Come, we are wasting time. Like I said, I didn't recognize her, but the moment I saw Remza, I knew who he was immediately. The royal city of Rabanastre, which is also the city from Final Fantasy XII. One of my favorite cities in any Final Fantasy, really. Very lively place in FF12. God, I've been wanting to play that game for a while, and now I want it even more. According to my father, Rabanastre was always a thriving city some 1,000 years ago. But after performing several private excavations beneath the so-called Desert Sapphire, my father came to the conclusion that it was not the first settlement to stand here. Then your father believes that Rabanastre sits on top of the royal city of Lysalia, capital of Ivalice. But if that's true, it could change history. We would be famous. So Rabanastre is Final Fantasy XII, and Tactics Ivalice Chronicles is that 1,000 years before? Because apparently something is sitting underneath it. Famous? Are you sure you don't mean rich? Ha, you're kinda all alike. Parasites grown fat on the sweat and suffering of others. Bold words for a boy out of but 16 summers. And what, pray tell, have I done to deserve such spite? I only wish to learn the truth behind the course disappearance of the Empire's foremost playwright. If that should lead to something bigger, well then, it would be the worst reporter in the realm if I did not pursue it. We're being watched. Yes, we can argue about this now, or we can turn to the Prima Vista and report to our army of adventurers that it's time to begin the expedition. I humbly suggest the later. I sincerely doubt that I could still get a queue for this dungeon, but we're gonna try. I'll play till around 1 o'clock, so we got about 45 minutes, so I reckon we could do one dungeon. Are those bangas? Pretty sure they are. You see, it is as I said, brother. Let them come to us. Yep, they're bangas. Banga bounty hunters. Should we kill them now? No, this time is not right. When has that stopped us before? Yep, that's them. Fool, do you see the one? Slayer of gods, they call him. Warrior of light. I forgot their names, though. The royal city of Rabanastre is now accessible. This is cool. One of my favorite Final Fantasies right there. Yeah, it's an alliance raid. Kind of figured that. Let's go to Rauger's Reach while we wait. Still have to fix our gears. Forgot to do that. Could do it right now while we're waiting for the queue. Right, that Luxon. Trust or withdraw? No. Gear. There we go. So she's 284 right now. Watch this jump up like crazy. Oh no, she's occupied. We can't. Guess we gotta wait. She's currently in a thingy. I forgot. Can't change that. Nice haircut. The pompadour. This is what it's in. Yeah, this is what's inside. Just gonna deposit a few of bit, like 500,000 if I can. This one's not enough, even if we deposit everything. So we're gonna take out 89. There we go. Let's do 34, 35. Got so much of these though. 993. Yeah, this might take a while. In the meantime, let's see if we can maybe focus on another quest. Let's go with, and we should call it Eureka. Not sure what this is about, this whole quest. We should call it Eureka. Guess we're about to find out. Oh, it is Geralt though. So this is my relic weapon? And no matter how many times you say it, you whiny little shite, I ain't about to let a bloody stranger waltz up and decide to tell me what to tell me which way my bread is buttered. Now piss off. Does your Eorzean stubbornness know no end? I have urgent business on that island, and the man should take me there at once. I could hear the shouting half a mile away. Geralt, what's all this fuss about? Ah, Miss Kryl, sorry about that. It's this here bastard what's causing trouble. Ejika, what are you doing here? Did you really think I wouldn't find out about your letter? The nerve of you trying to get a head start on your own. Well, sorry to spoil your plans. Don't be difficult. I had every intention of requesting your assistance if and when I confirmed my hypothesis was correct. Forgive me, you must be completely at a loss. This gentleman on the right is... Wait, you already know each other, do you not? Well, as you may have guessed, Geralt will be lending his considerable expertise to our expedition. And on the left we have... Ejika Tsunjika, of the Students of Baldician. You must be the so-called Warrior of Light. Charmed, I'm sure. I think you're not to get underfoot. Manners, Ejika, if you intend to accompany us on this expedition? Of course I do. You think I'm about to let a by-the-book traditionalist like you conduct an independent investigation? You've got another thing coming. Should be glad to welcome the assistance of a prominent scholar such as yourself. Now, if you'd be so kind as to stop badgering poor Geralt and board the ship, we can get underway. Because it's raining. Let's go. Ejika is one of the few surviving students of Baldician. While his expertise is Ephorology, there we go. Why did it take so long? It's impressive by any measure. Alas, so is his ego. But enough about him. We have an island to explore. If you have no matters left to attend, speak with Rodney. He will show you aboard. Eorzea. That was such an interesting word. It's me. Technologia. It occurs to me that no one bothered to tell you the name of the island we mean to explore, am I correct? It is a bit of a grandiose and melodramatic, but we've tentatively named it for a place from elegant legend. A forbidden land where fearsome weapons were hidden away for safekeeping. We call it Eureka. Alright, let's see. No idea where this is going. Eureka Animus, now accessible. You have now access to the Forbidden Land, Eureka Animos. Animos can be explored in parties up to 8 players, or solo. To embark on your journey to Animos, speak with Rodney at Pier 1 in Kugane. Please be advised that all excursions into the Forbidden Land, Eureka, are item level synced. For Animos, gear exceeding any item of level 300 will be adjusted. While exploring Animos, you will have the opportunity to create Eureka gear and weapons. If you wish to do so, it will be prudent to acquire level 70 antiqued items in advance. Should you wish to know more about Eureka Animos and what it has to offer, you may speak with Rodney for further details. Okay, I think I've just unlocked something pretty big again. Let's see. Ask for more information. Forbidden Land Eureka. To be clear, it's not actually Eureka or Elegant Legend. The underground labyrinth is which some fit to squirrel away weapons of unfathomable power. We just thought the name was fitting for an unexplored island. Forbidden Land Eureka is a mysterious and deadly island where the elemental forces are constantly in flux. It must be explored in parties of up to 8 players, or solo. Adventurers who choose to brave the wilds of Eureka will find that their strength there is measured in their elemental level. Moreover, all equipped items will be subject to item level sync. Unlike instant duties, a given region within Eureka may be occupied by up to 144 players, with whom you may choose to cooperate if you desire. Elemental level. Eureka's a bit odd, and the elemental forces there are constantly in flux. If you want to survive, you'll need to keep a close eye on the changes and adapt your tactics accordingly. Your strength in Eureka is measured as your elemental level, which may be increased by defeating various enemies and gaining elemental experience points. To level up your XP, accrued will be retained between visits. Progress will not be lost when you depart Eureka. Please be advised that elemental XP gained may be affected by the number of players in your party and the difficulty of the enemies you defeat. Penalties incurred when KO'd. You'd best be careful when out there in Eureka. If you're careless and get caught off guard by a beast, you might find yourself nursing wounds that last a lifetime. When you're KO'd in the Forbidden Land, Eureka, you will lose elemental experience. However, if you're revived by another player within 10 minutes of being KO'd, you will receive no elemental XP penalty. Furthermore, if your current elemental level is 5 or below, you will not lose elemental XP when KO'd. Please be advised if your elemental level is 11 or higher, the penalty may reduce your elemental XP below 0. Should this happen, you will lose an elemental level. Okay. The fauna of Eureka. Eureka is harsh, unforgiving land. It should come to no surprise that the creatures can thrive in such an environment must be fearsome indeed. You need to study your prey before deciding how to proceed. Enemies encountered in the Forbidden Land Eureka are imbued with powers aspected to a particular element. This element aspect is indicated by the icon on the left of the display names. When engaging an enemy in battle, it may be prudent to alter your tactics accordingly. Notorious monsters. That's what we call the ones we soaked up to a disproportionate quantity of ether. Makes them meaner and nastier than most, which is saying a lot considering the disposition of most creatures you'll encounter on the island anyway. Point is, you'll not want to face one alone. In the Forbidden Land, Eureka, you may encounter specifically powerful enemies called Notorious Monsters. You would do well to engage these enemies together with other adventurers if you wish to defeat them. Some Notorious Monsters will not appear unless certain conditions are met. Speak with other adventurers and share information that you might determine what these conditions are. Reward obtained from combat, let's see. What is in it for me? And mine, eh? Well, it so happens that there are very few unusual crystals can be found in Eureka. Crystals for which the holders of the purse strings have an endless appetite. When you defeat enemies in battle, you may receive a variety of rewards. Among these rewards are protein crystals, which may be used to strengthen and enhance Eureka gear. XP chains. Funny little expression that. I think I've heard some adventurers use it to describe when they get into a rhythm and start slaying beasts left and right. Upon defeating an enemy, you will have a limited window in which you may attempt to defeat another. If successful, you will initiate an XP chain. Defeating subsequent enemies while an XP chain is active will earn you additional elemental XP. You will also have increased chance to receive a reward, as well as higher quantities of set rewards. Cooperating with other adventurers. I don't think you need me to tell you that it's dangerous to go alone. There's safety in numbers, never mind the fact that you'll be better equipped to take on more powerful foes. Unlike in instant duties, in Forbidden Land Eureka you may form and leave parties with other players at will. You may also use the adventurers list to seek out players close in elemental level to form parties and explore Eureka together. Alright, sounds all interesting. Let's go have a look, shall we? Join. Oh, well, I guess we're done. Guess we're not going there. Guess we're doing this one first. And I have no idea, so I'm not going to main tank. I'm just going to enjoy the dungeon, or raid in this case. But I'm curious about that Eureka, though. So I reckon now that we can go there. Red chocobos. Pretty cool area, not gonna lie. Teus the Corrupt. Guess I'm main tanking. Was definitely not my intention because I have no idea what I'm doing. I think I had to dodge that. I think I did alright. This thing's got a lot of HP though. Freeze Dark Waters. Okay, what is this? That was a lot of AoE. Right, that was the first one. Duty progress 2 of 9. Arrive in the palace square. Oh look, we got all the creatures from Final Fantasy XII. That's awesome. We got the Siegs. We got the Bangas. I'm enjoying this dungeon. Right, the way is clear. Okay, this is the palace square. Defeat Henchmal, bringer of order. How did I get hit by that? This is kind of like your Jimbo's fight. That's kind of interesting. Like Jimbo from the Golden Saucer, I mean. How did I get... Okay, well, never mind. Right, second boss down. Okay, we got more Siegs. Alright, that's clear. That was easy. Oh, we're even going inside the waterways. That's cool. We spent quite a bit of time here in Final Fantasy XII. Under the city, in the sewers, basically. This is cool. A water slide again. So far, so good. I hope I'm in the right place for replacements, you know? Sometimes you gotta tank them in certain spots. Because I was not tanking my right character. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. as I gaze upon its undying brilliance and know true fear. I saw almost the entire party standing in front of the boss. Because, well, I guess I'll just turn it around then. I just barely dodged that, not gonna lie. It is gonna hurt. Oh, I love ground. There we go. No damage. Got one disconnection, one AFK guy. Oh, there's a cart. We gotta roll for the carts nowadays as well. A Rofocale card has been added to the loot list. The air here feels wrong. Can you just sense it? Death awaits us. I reckon I've already started. Who's that? Weegraf? No, that's not Weegraf. Argath.
Rightful king of Eorzea. Descendants of House Beowulf, then bring the seat before the lose your souls to the deepest hell.
They already started without me. I wanted to see the cutscene though, so he does remember House Beowulf.
I am the truth from which you run. You will be judged.
Well, I guess it's time for someone else to tank now then. Targath. Oh, it's him. Okay, that's interesting. I just realized who Targath is. I'm not gonna spoil anything though. You gotta play tactics.
Does it grieve you to see the depths of your own weakness laid bare, maggots? You do not belong in my world. Step into nothing.
There's so much AoE happening, it's so hard to see anything at this point.
I am the lies upon which you sup. You will be judged. The world has no place for such wretches. Your claim to life is forfeit. You are but blood to stand aside. Like sheep before the wolf. You are but blood to stand aside. Fool is the dog who bears his You will be judged.
Oh lol, I'm main tanking the dude right now. Did I just overtake the aggro from the main tank?
This body, it is not my own.
Oh, gods, what have I done? Save me! Ramza! Save me!
Yep, that's the power of the Eorzea. Was that cat dressed as Snowvillier? That guy right there. He's got a trench coat. I got one of the items. We got one recommendation, let's go. That raid was fun. I really enjoyed that one. That's his fodder. Where am I? Father. Ramza, the warrior of light. Yes, I know of you. But that you should come to my rescue. Words fail me. A poor playwright, I must seem. It's them. It's the one from the story from Final Fantasy XII. Forgot their names. Bahamut, there he is. The terms you're looking for is thank you, upon which note I, Bahamut, bounty hunter, do humbly thank you, warrior of light, for delivering me this fine gift. Now hand over the Eorzea, unless you wish to see the desert sand turn red. And be quick, Gijuk here does not have a steadfast hands. That one, she will bring it to me. Bahamut, yeah, I forgot about him. Well guys, I did say I was going to play till 1 o'clock, and it is 1 o'clock right now. So it seems that we were just finishing off this raid just in time. Definitely we'll continue the next 2 raids next stream. We'll check out Eureka as well next stream probably. Taurus. Yes, this is it. The Duma. What do you mean the Duma? To think we found it so close to Doma. The Duma of Doma. Enough, Bwagi. We would not ever guessed Finka's underbred. You have what you want, you thieving lizards. Now unhand me. Of course, a Banga is always true to her word. I will be keeping this, though. Father. You've only yourselves to blame for this, but if you mislike the thought, you could always blame the gods. Not that they're listening. Get up, fool. We're leaving. Dude, you just shot him. He's hanging on. You're going to be all right. We cannot see your father's hurts here. Come on, we must get him back to the Prima Vista. Alrighty, well, let's at least continue with this. Geronimus remains deep in slumber, but his breathing is steady and his fever has subsided. For now, all we can do is wait. I sent word to sit. I hope you don't mind. So is he Barbaneth then? Barbaneth Baelv? Or Or did he name his children after the stories he's so familiar with? Elma, Remza, can you ever forgive me? And you, Cid, it was never my intention to put you into such trouble. I am ever in your debt. You would have done the same for me, Geronimus. Besides, it was Vexus here who went to all the trouble. If anyone deserves your thanks, it's him. He is right. I've done naught to deserve your kindness, yet I am his beneficiary nonetheless. So, if I understand correctly, you're saying Eorzea does not work to facilitate the possession of a living host by an icon, as was assumed to be the case with Eorzea and the Archbishop, but rather absorb the host's ether, its very soul, and somehow transform it before returning it to the host's body. If that's the case, our Charlian allies will need to be informed immediately. But I suppose the real question here is, did you find what you came looking for? The legend would have us believe that Dalita Heral, the commoner who would be the king, was the sole hero of the Zodiac Braves, but as I have discovered, there was another. Two others, in fact. Siblings whose roles faded from subsequent retellings of the story, a brother and sister by the names of Remza and Elma. Then, to prepare to his assignment, I pored over every published work in the Velician legend I could lay my hands on, and nowhere did I find any mention of these two siblings. But I did. I uncovered the irrefutable evidence that Dalita had a close companion named Remza who aided him in his rise to power. This in turn led me to Elma, and that might I never lose sight of the truth. I named my own children after these lost players, so that's the face. I'm sorry I never told you any of this, Cid, but you must believe me. Ivalice has never been a mere pastime of mine. It is as forever will be my calling, my purpose. My family's purpose. Go on. The world knows me as Geronimus Sen Lexentil, yet that is my stage name. My true name is Eorzea Durai. Countless generations past, it was my ancestor who penned the Durai Papers, an account of Ivalice and the War of the Lions that details who truly occurred during the Turbulence era. You are tired, father. Rest. I will continue. Long ago, an orphan by the name of Oren Durai. Oren is, son of the Thunder God. Crossed paths with both Remza and Dalita. After Dalita rise to power, Oren found himself in service of the pauper become king. Following the War of the Lions, Oren believed the people of Ivalice had the right to know the truth of Remza's involvement, and set about documenting his deed. When the church learned of his intent, however, they branded him a heretic, and had burned him at the stake. The Durai Papers were never published, and any existing copies were gathered and sealed away in the church's vaults. The truth about Ivalice along with them. What was so damning that it would drive the church to do such a thing? The answer to that question can be found in this book. It is the only surviving transcript of my ancestors' chronicles, copied from an early draft and passed down from untold generations. With this, my father and I plan to reveal the truth and restore honor to my family's name. Forbidden Chronicles, a secret family's legacy. Not that I doubt you, Geronimus, but how do you expect to convince people of all this when nigh every soul in the realm believes Ivalice to be nothing but a bedtime story? By proving that it is anything but. And when people see that Ivalice was real, the rest will fall into place. Were it as simple as bringing forth the chronicle and submitting it for review, we would of course have done so long ago, but alas it is not. The Durai Papers, you see, are written in High Felician, an ancient tongue long extinct. My father, his father, and his father before him labored tirelessly to decipher this tome, but for want of other success made only fitful progress. A word here, a phrase there. It wasn't until a recent expedition to Rabanastre turned up several well-preserved artifacts that were able to translate a small portion of the papers. The diary stolen by the Banga bounty hunters. I'm afraid so. Everything we've learned of the language was contained in those papers. And we're back to where we started. Not necessarily. We still have the transcript, as well as some of few translated pages, and of course my father's impeccable memory. I have gone too far to allow a simple setback to defy me from my purpose. I will show the world's truth, if it is the last thing I do. It is as Master Garland said, he is a man obsessed, and I fear Evely's grip on him will only grow tighter. Father was fortunate to escape Rabanastre with his life, and already speaks of continuing his quest. Promise me you'll keep him safe, please. Ooh, there's an aura site. Hingashi Kugane. Let's complete the quest and accept a new one. After what I've seen here, I'm all but convinced that Ivalice exists, at least in some form. The problem will be gathering sufficient evidence to convince the thousands of scholars and historians who have based their careers on the presumption that it doesn't. Not that I've ever been one to shy from a challenge, especially when it means the story of a century. If you're in Vexus, then I'm in too. If you're not in, well, I'm still in. Either way, you'll be hearing from me again soon, that much I promise you. Uninvited. Lina Murrella appears to have been awaiting your arrival for quite some time. Vexus, where in the world have you been? Did you not receive Alma's summons? Principal Lexentil research into Aurosite might finally have borne fruit. We must hurry to the Prima Vista before they embark on some grand perilous adventure without us. Alright, quest accepted. So, next stream we'll continue with this chain quest. I really enjoyed this one so far. The Alliance raid is probably my favorite one, from at least the ones we've done so far. And again, there weren't many. Crystal Tower wasn't bad. Kinda liked it. Heavensward the Void Arc, it's probably the weakest of the three so far. This one is definitely my favorite. So, yeah, we did one. Next time we'll check out this Eureka thing as well. I think that's a whole different area. We have to grind up levels, etc. But that's for some other time. I'm gonna end my stream here. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you guys liked the video, please leave it a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to help me out, please consider subscribing, as it will help me and my channel grow. While you're at it, if you have any tips, comments or suggestions, or would like to see me play other games, let me know down in the comments below or in my Discord by typing !Discord. You'll be able to join me and you can request any games I want to play. For now, I'm gonna head off. Hope you all have a great evening, and thank you for watching. Quick shout out here to Kraken Deals. Thank you for joining, buddy. George, JP Gaming, as always, appreciate you being here. Adam, as well, thank you for the 8-month subscription, man. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support you've given me. And Hammercat42, appreciate you being here as well, buddy. Probably already went to sleep. And last but certainly not least, my beautiful girlfriend. I know you're watching, baby. Thank you for watching. I love you. And I'll see you all in the next one. Till then.
The stars are whispering to the night, a tale of journeys bathed in light. Footsteps fade on the softest ground. Dreams are calling without a sound. Lay your head on the unfold at the heavens' gates. A lantern flickers soft and slow, guiding hearts where dreams may flow. The sky wears hues of gentle gold. Stories rest as the night takes hold. Lay your head on the clouds above. Let the winds cradle you with love. Close your eyes, the world will wait. Dreams unfold at the heavens' gates. The echoes of the day retreat. Soft lullabies in shadows meet. A gentle hum, a melody, unraveling all memories. Lay your head on the clouds above. Let the winds cradle you with love. Close your eyes, the world will wait. Dreams unfold at the heavens' gates. The echoes of the day retreat. Soft lullabies in shadows meet. A gentle hum, a melody, unraveling all memories. The stars are whispering to the night, a tale of journeys bathed in light. Footsteps fade on the softest ground. Dreams are calling without a sound. Lay your head on the clouds above. Let the winds cradle you with love. Close your eyes, the world will wait. Dreams unfold at the heavens' gates. A lantern flickers soft and slow, guiding hearts where dreams may flow. The sky wears hues of gentle gold. Stories rest as the night takes hold. Lay your head on the clouds above. Let the winds cradle you with love. Close your eyes, the world will wait. Dreams unfold at